So this quick video is just really me talking about what sort of things you should be doing on your driving tests. So it's a few tips really to help you prepare for it. And I suppose one of the obvious things you need to be able to do is know all your manoeuvres. In the UK, you've got the park on the right manoeuvre, the parallel parking manoeuvre to do, and you've got the bay parks forward and reverse manoeuvres driving on the UK driving test. So you've got to be able to drive, you've got to be able to use your gears. There's no point in saying I don't want to use fifth gear and you're doing like 55, 65 mile an hour, because you're going to get a gears fault. So use your gears wisely. If you're going fast enough, use the higher gears. If you're slowing down, use your lower gears. Don't be afraid to use first gear. If you're going around a corner really slow, you might have to. Another tip would be one of the top things people fail for is junctions. And it's one of them things where in the past I've spoken to people before the driving test. I said to them, I remember open and close junctions. An open junction you can see quite clearly on the right and left, and you can make an early decision whether you're going to go or whether you're going to be slowing down for the traffic and giving way. A closed junction, and this is what catches people out, if it's quite a few cars there, then most people will slow down and give way and stop and look. But the bit in between where there's, I'll just get through here first, where you can see quite clearly on one side, but the other side it's not as clear, and you're thinking, well, it looks clear, and that's the bit where you've got to remember yourself that, well, I still need to possibly slow down and give way at that point because I can't really see. So you've got to be a little bit cautious, and it's that type of junction that catches people out. They'll approach it, they'll see one side's clear, the other side there might be one parked car, but you've got to remember, behind that parked car could be a cyclist who's in that split second when you looked across is in the blind spot of behind the black car and behind the parked car. So you need to remember that. So play it safe, slow down, have a good look, right, left, right if you're not too sure, and if it's and stop if it, and then pull off if you need to. The other one that people tend to come foul of is the mirrors, and it's just one of the things where you just need to remind yourself that if you're changing direction, then you need to be checking your mirrors. You need to be checking what's behind you, what's outside of you. If you're going to go round a car, a parked car that is, you need to be checking the side mirrors before you pull out, and checking your side mirror to come back in. So if you're going around a parked car on the left hand side and you're going to go around into the right, you'll be checking what's behind you in the centre mirror, what's at the side on the right mirror before you pull out, and obviously looking ahead at the time. When you go past it, you're checking your left mirror to make sure, and I'll give an example, it could be a bus you're overtaking, so as you're going past it, you won't turn straight in, you'll be checking your mirror, giving it a little bit of space, because buses are quite notorious for starting to move off as you're going past them. So be aware of that. Expect the unexpected. That's another little thing that you've got to remember. People say, oh yeah, it's going fantastic on the driving test, everything was going fine, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, I've turned left into a side road and it was packed. It was packed with cars, it was packed with all sorts of problems, and I say, well, you should be slowing down anyway, so don't fall into a sense of it's easy test. Keep yourself on your toes. You're still on your driving test for a good 40 minutes. So you're on until you park up at the test centre, you've secured the car and turned the engine off, that's when the test finishes. So keep yourself on your toes, keep yourself busy. Another little tip for you is, if you're driving along the road and it's a nice straight road, it's quite clear, like a dual carriageway or a single track road, or a nice long 30-mile-an-hour road on a country road, and you're thinking, well, it looks quite easy here, there's no traffic ahead of me, there's nothing behind me, I'm just gonna, at that point you might just switch off. So you've got to say, so I just need to keep myself focused on doing things such as checking my mirrors regular, making sure what's behind me, what's at the side of me, looking ahead of me, see what's happening on the road. And it might be a straight road, but it might be a bit of a dip in the road ahead of us. There might be a bit of a bend. There might be some side roads that you can't really see. You know, pay attention to the road signs. Pay attention to your speed. So give yourself something to do all the time so that you're busy. Hopefully, these few little tips will help you to pass your driving test. One other thing, by the way, I say this to all my pupils: no matter how you feel the driving test is going, maybe it's going, you feel it's going against you, and you're starting to kind of lose control, focus on your driving. Don't give up, because after you pass your driving test, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to focus on your driving. And if you're having a bad day driving home from work one day, you're not just suddenly going to give up and pull over the side of the road. Yeah, you're going to say, right, okay, then I just need to concentrate on this driving. Okay, so good luck with your driving, and when you got your driving test, I hope you remember some of these tips. Safe driving.